Let's go to Ann out in Dallas, Texas. What's up, Ann?
Hi, John. Thank you so much for taking my call. Thank you.
Are you kidding? Thank you for calling. It means the world to me, Ann. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I listen to you all the time, and the more I listen to you, this is why I asked you on Facebook, and I'm so thankful that you're taking my call. The more I listen to you, the more I've learned so much from you. I'm 63 years old.
Okay.
I've been a homemaker for many, many years. I've been through abuse in my marriage. Okay, so it's my second marriage. I've been married before for 5 years in my teens. So with that background, I didn't want to go through another divorce. So I married my husband. I thought he was wonderful. And I put up with abuse. I had 3 more children. I have 4. I have 3 more children. I stayed at home raising them. And now I feel all my kids are grown and gone. I have grandchildren now. And it just hit me. I feel if I could have redos, I would redo. I feel the more I'm hearing you and the more I'm reading God's word, the more I know that we shouldn't have put up with abuse. We can't control others. Like I always hear you say, you can't control anyone but yourself.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to change my husband to have more value for me. And I've allowed abuse and no connection and lies. And I know I've done that and I have regrets. How do I have your book in front of me. I just got it in the mail. How do I own my past and change my future?
Wow.
Because,
And that's so much.
It's a lot.
Well,
it's 34 years of marriage.
Are y'all still married?
We're still married, but legally only.
Okay.
We are not together.
They'll share a home?
Pardon me, in the same home. We share a home.
Okay.
But he knows only because we were building a home. After we started building a home, he broke my fingers. I would have left him right then and there. My son was going to be married the next day. We were putting on a dinner in 2 hours. So I didn't know what to do. So after the wedding, I had, my hand was in a cast and everything.
How did he break your fingers?
He grabbed him. He got angry, grabbed him, and crunched him.
What a scumbag, dude.
I caught him in a lie. It was with another woman, flirting with another woman. And he felt cornered because I said, just tell the truth, because he would lie to me all the time.
Yeah.
And he left the kids and I in their teen years for 4 years. I was foolish enough to get back with him.
Hey, hold on one second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Somebody somewhere along the way, Ann, told you that there's something wrong with you. And somebody along the way told you that you're dumb. And somebody along the way told you, like, the difference, like, dumb is you don't have the right information in your head. And somebody else told you you're an idiot. You're a sucker. And I don't think that at all. And those people who told you that have informed over time the story that you have begun to tell yourself. And so before we go any further, you're not dumb and you're not an idiot. You survived. You were abused. Did you stay? Yes, you did. You stayed alive. You stayed fed. You stayed in a warm place. And you're not dumb. And you're not less than, and you didn't fail. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
We could probably go back to you were 7 and just spend several hours together. I'd love to hear your story. I can tell you in just a few minutes of talking to you that you are incredibly compassionate and kind and thoughtful, and that you've been running interference on a really bad person for a long time. Is that fair?
It is. It
Okay.
is, but people think he's very nice.
Doesn't matter what they think.
Mhm.
Behind closed doors in people's homes is almost always different,
It is.
right? And when that happens, you end up looking and feeling crazy because people come tell you over the last 30 years what a great guy, and oh my gosh, like, you're so lucky. And
Mhm.
there's part of you that thinks, oh, it's probably me. And then
Yeah.
he breaks your hand in a grown-up temper tantrum, and somehow you work that into the stories converge in your mind and land. Well, I'm just going to get through this, and then I'm going to get through that, and then I just need to suck it up and buckle up here, and I'm just going to make sure. You see what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you land right back in the same place.
I did. My son's wedding was the next day,
Yeah.
and I thought, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What would have been awesome, and this is this is awesome as an outsider, right? This would have been terrible for your family. Would have been awesome if Dad had missed the funeral because his butt was in jail.
Right. And that
for
would have
breaking the
happened.
bones of an extraordinary 60-year-old woman. That would have been awesome. And that would have been absent from all photos, all pictures, all memories. That would have been fantastic. Didn't happen that
Right.
way. That's cool. Get that.
Mhm.
Ultimately,
Mhm.
here we are. And so my question for you is, what do you want to do? Because you've owned the past. Probably too much. You have taken all those bricks in your backpack over the last several years, I'm guessing, and you have looked at them and examined them, and you've come to say, whoa, I'm worth more than this. I always have been. And so what? I got married when I was a child, and then it didn't work out. It doesn't mean I was destined or required to have a life of abuse and infidelity and anger and rage and protecting my kid. Like, I'm worth more than this. The challenge is you've taken the bricks out of your backpack, but you're still holding them all. And you haven't set them down.
Well, I don't want my kids. I didn't want to raise my kids without a father. I was raised on Dr. Dobson. And he said, it's worse to raise them without a father. So I kept hanging on to that because I'd listen to Dr. Dobson all the time.
So I'm not going to speak of Dr. Dobson, okay? I don't know enough about it, and that was before.
Sure.
What I will tell you is anybody who tells you it's better to stay in an abusive relationship where mom is being beat up, cheated on, yelled at, excluded, that's better than not having a man in the house should not have a microphone. They're insane. Okay?
So how do I go from here?
Yeah, so that's important. So we'll toggle to here's I think regret is important, but it's got a really short shelf life to it. It's like wasabi, right? Eating if you go get sushi and you eat wasabi, it burns like fire for a second, and then all of a sudden it's just gone, right? That's regret. You look back and go, man, I wish I could have done that over. And then really quick, you come to right now. Because you can't. You can't. Most people get stuck in the I should have just done it all differently, and here I am. Shouldn't have gained this much weight over the last 10 years, and I'm 100 pounds overweight. It just is what it is. I'm just going to, whatever. And then you have to ask yourself the terrifying, scary, brave next question, which is, what do I want next?
I want free.
Yeah.
I want free.
So here's my response to that. Number one, and hear me say this directly as I can, you deserve to be free. And I never, ever tell somebody to get divorced. You need to get away from a man who's breaking your bones and cheating on you today. Okay? And here's the other thing I know too.
Okay.
I've read the data for too long. And women who leave abusive relationships end up on the street because they got no place to go. And so my question is, where would you go? Do you have a child that you could move in with? Do you have, and I'm not talking about for 2 weeks, I'm talking about for 6 months. Do you have money saved that you could or have access to?
I have money.
Okay.
I have money.
You could go to an apartment and stay, right? Do you have a place to go? You have four walls is the way we say it here. Is you have food, transportation, clothing, and home, like with your home and your utilities, things like that.
Yes, there's about there. We were building a house, and the builder didn't finish it, and so we were in the lawsuit. We sued him, which we never sued anybody. But anyway, we're done. Well, we're trying to just cut our ties and lose it. But now we have it'll be about $800,000 is what we will have after the house is sold.
So, what you're going to need to do is get an attorney.
Okay.
To walk alongside you. Otherwise, that money goes in his pocket and you end up destitute. And it happens too often.
Okay.
So you get an attorney that will walk alongside you.
Okay.
And you get a couple of girlfriends that will walk alongside you, that you can tell everything to and that you trust, and that you can say, here's what's been going on in my home. Have you ever done that?
I have.
Okay.
And
have you gotten burned?
I did. This one person I trusted, and I would trust her with anything. They did something, her and her family, being a Christian, that I didn't agree with. It was against God's word.
Okay.
So I heard you and Dave on the show just the other day saying, you got to make friends. You got to make friends. She was my best friend for 30-some years.
Yeah.
And I had to let it go.
Yeah.
And we're not that close anymore because I called her out on it.
Okay. So whatever value violation happened, it happened.
Okay.
Your next hard work is to get new friends.
Okay. Right.
It's just got to be a part of a thing. And it might be for a season you're going to pay a therapist to go sit with. In fact, I would 1,000% recommend the two places you need to spend money is you need to get an attorney and you need to get a counselor.
Okay.
And expect the freedom to come at a price, both a real price, and this will be scary because this is what you have known for so long. And so hear me say this. I want these words to rattle around in your soul. Let them park there.
Okay.
You're worth a home. You're worth being loved. There's nobody has any business putting their hands on you ever. No one has any business telling you that you're anything other than wonderful.
Okay.
Ever. You're worth somebody not cheating on you. And wondering where somebody's been and what diseases you're getting in your own house. All of that. Sounds like before you even called, you were ready.
I'm ready. I was ready the day he broke my hands.
Yes.
And I was in a therapy for a year. I felt stuck because of this house situation. And I'm not stuck anymore.
Okay.
I'm not stuck anymore.
If you reach out to one of your kids, would they take you in for a season?
Yes, but I don't want to do that. So I do have money. I've cash.
I know. Hold on. It might be a great, great, great gift to your kids.
Oh, okay.
And when this happens, they've seen this for years, right? They've watched this. Have they talked to you about it before?
My daughter, I have 2 boys and 1 girl.
Okay.
And my daughter says, Mom, I'm really angry why you never left him years ago.
Okay.
My 2 boys, oh, Mom, you know Dad. Oh, Mom. So they make excuses for their dad.
It's bullcrap, dude. That's how that crap rolls downhill, and they're going to do it to their kids and on and on and on and on, right? It's got to stop. Has to stop. So I'd call your daughter, and by the way, when she says stuff like that, that's her working out her pain, okay? And that's take that with a grain of salt, okay?
Okay.
She's working through her stuff too. I'd call her and say, today's the day, it's time. Can I come stay with you for a few weeks? Will you help me find an apartment? Will you help me set up my bills and the internet and the electricity and those kind of things? Will you help me get my own cell phone plan? Will you help me get car insurance? All those little knick-knacky things that may have just happened. You may have been doing this for years, but it's all the knick-knack stuff. It's like, oh, I don't even know where my...
I can do it. I handled everything.
Oh,
so
awesome.
it's all... I did.
Awesome.
I got all the stuff.
Okay. Call your daughter and walk her through this too, if she's safe. Okay. And if she offers, Mom, I want you to come stay with us, give her that gift. And at the same time, you'll be giving yourself the gift too. If she says, well, where are you going to go? You got an apartment? Then that might be her saying, man, maybe not my house. And you can say, great,
well,
I'm rich.
Had a baby.
I'm Ann and I'm rich. Hey, she just had a baby, but it might be awesome if you were there to hold that baby too.
Okay. Because that would be lovely.
See?
For me.
Yes.
That would be wonderful.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm trying to trick you. It would be a gift for her, but it would be therapeutic and healing for you. Because you're going to go to your own apartment and you're going to get really, really lonely. And I think it's been a long time since I looked at it. Is it, Kelly, was it 7 times people go back to an abusive relationship before they leave? Before they leave finally? 7. Wow. Because they go away and they get lonely and they get scared and they get quiet and then they go back and then they go back and then they go back.
Out of loneliness.
So I want you to have people in your life. Well, sometimes they go back because they're just hungry. They don't have money, right? I mean, these are like basic things. It's easy to say, yeah, you should just march on out of there. But for millions and millions of women, the question is, okay, where? Where do I eat? And so
I'm blessed to have money.
Good. You probably want to put it in your own account. Here's the deal. All that stuff your attorney's going to walk you through, okay?
Okay.
And your counselor will walk you through. So I'll stop giving you tips. I'm just throwing stuff at you now. Hear me say, you're worth more than this nonsense.
Oh, thank you.
Okay?
You're right. It happened young. It did happen young.
It did. And you've carried this story with you for a long, long time. And it's time to set that story down. And here's the deal. You spent a ton of energy, 30 plus years of energy, trying to go back and edit a story that has already happened. Stop trying to edit that story and spend all of the rest of your precious thought and brilliance and grit and determination and write something new. What comes next for Ann?
Okay.
Will you do that?
You're coming to Dallas. Yes, John. And you're going to come to Dallas. I'm going to go see you all.
I'll be in Dallas in the fall. And yes, I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Is that cool?
That's great. And then as far as a job, okay, I do have money, but do I get a job?
You will need a job, yes. For multiple reasons. That's not priority number 1.
Okay.
I've talked to people who I've got to get a job today because I don't have any, I'll have no money. You're not in that situation. You will have to sit down with a financial advisor at some point and walk through, okay, what's the rest of my life look like? And that's fine. That's part of it. That's cool. Okay. You'll figure that part out as you go. Right now it's being safe and you're not safe. You're stuck. You've got somebody, you've got a bear, a rhinoceros sleeping in the bed next to you who just gets mad and breaks your bones. God, that rages me out so much. And I'm so grateful for you. I'm going to say something's going to get me in trouble. I'm just going to go to break. And we love you. Keep us in touch and let us know how we're doing.